Hi friends, this is Trish with Fun Do's, and we are going to have some fun today. We are going to be doing a really brief wig review of this piece that I'm wearing right now. There is a preview video out on YouTube that just kind of highlights this piece a little bit. It is not an out of the box. I have had this for quite a while, probably a year now. I've worn it a few times. I've made some alterations to it. I've washed it. And I feel it's a little too dark for me. I want to add, it's a darker brown. There are some caramel highlights in here that you can see running through this. It is very pretty. As I am wearing it, there are times I like it, but in certain lighting, it is a little too dark and harsh for me, I think. So what I'm going to do is, and this is a human hair piece. I bought this on Amazon, actually last May. Found it out on Amazon for a really good price. It was like probably around $115. Lace front. It was a human hair wig, curly. You really can't tell it now, but I'll take this down and show you what this looks like after I brush it out some. But what I am going to do is I'm going to attempt to highlight this with some L'Oreal Paris Biolage coloring highlight system. And what color is this? Well, it's highlights for medium to dark brown hair. So that is what I am hoping to achieve with this. Maybe not so chunky, but more of that ombre effect where, you know, you're going to have the lighter pieces here in the front and in the back, but kind of lower. And then this is kind of what the color is supposed to look like on darker brown hair. So we will do that. I will do that in front of you, but I probably will do that as a voiceover just to kind of speed that up and so you don't have to watch me actually color my hair, sit there and wait, things like that. So, but before I do this review, let me spin around and I'll show you what this looks like. So I have had this up in this style for probably about a week now. So it probably looks a little disheveled because I don't typically take this up and down all the time when I put it on. But I'll show you what this looks like. Hopefully that back looks okay. The little claw clip here, I'll show you that to the side. So I think I might have mentioned in another video that a lot of times for these longer pieces, I have never really had super long hair, and so I don't think it looks very natural on me, and it's a lot of hair. So with my longer pieces, I tend to put in updos like this, in ponies, you know, in hats with the, you know, messy bun kind of thing going. So that is what I tend to do with my longer pieces. So let me take this down and I'll show you the length of this. Now, I don't know that I'm looking. Okay, so I will say this too, that this piece has been discontinued on Amazon. So it's not available any longer. And it really didn't say how long this was either. And truly, I probably cut this anyway. So this is what it looks like down. And I will tell you, being that this is my first and only human hair piece, I will tell you that these are awesome. Like, they truly are. They feel like human hair. They move like human hair. I feel you can put these up and updos way better than you can a synthetic just because of how they move. Yeah, so if you're able to get your hands on a affordable human hair piece, I would definitely look into that. And in fact, I have been thinking about kind of saving my money on the synthetics, and next time or when I get some money saved up to purchase a nice human hair wig. Now, they do say that you have to care for these a little bit better because it's human hair, so you have to wash them, you have to condition them just like you would your normal hair, probably leave in leave-in conditioner, things like that, oils to keep them supple and nice looking. So all I'm doing here is I'm just kind of brushing this out to get out all the snarling. This is snarled because it's human hair and it hasn't been brushed in over a week, but they do not tend to get as matted as synthetics. I will say that. And another thing too, if you're even able to get like a synthetic human hair blend wig, those are nice as well because those tend to move even better than a pure synthetic as well. So those are just my opinions on it. This is really snarly. So I have also washed this. I can't remember what I've used on it, just probably normal shampoo, conditioner, things like that. And when this dries, you can put your scrunching spray in, your scrunching mousse, whatever. And when you scrunch this up, it gets that like permy, body wavy kind of look to it. I'll show you after this dries, after I wash out the hair coloring and things. So, this length here, and like I said, I've cut some. I want to say this is probably like a good 14, 16 inches right now. So what I will do is I will attempt to, let me just take this off quick and I'll show you what the inside of this cap looks like. Hold on. Okay, so this is a lace front. There's the lace, pretty nice free parting space that you can use. There are combs, 2 on the side. Okay, actually, so there's 1 in the back at the nape, and then there's 3 in the front. So 2 on either side and 1 in the middle here. It is a glueless lace front, so I think that's what it means when they do that. They put these clips, or they put these combs in so that it really like secures to your head, and so you don't have to use glue to glue them down. Seems like a little bit of an extended nape. The lace does go down to the ear tabs, and there are hooky do adjusters on that. I personally don't like those, but whatever. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just continue to brush all these snarls out. And then I will come back and we will start the coloring process. After I mix all the coloring up, read kind of the directions and things like that. And then we'll start the coloring. I'll also take a picture of what this piece looks like outside in some natural lighting before the highlighting, and then of course we'll have pictures afterwards as well. So I am going to attempt to lightly brush this out, and then I will be back after I get the hair coloring supplies mixed together. Hold tight. Okay, I have this all brushed out here. I'm going to attempt to go outside and take some pictures and then start the coloring process, okay? Hold tight. Okay, we are back. The hair is combed out and the mixture is put together. There was a developer cream, Then there was a bleaching powder that you had to mix in, as well as a lightening cream. And you put it all in one of these, you shake it up, and then they say to put it in a shallow bowl so that it's easier for application. And then you get a little contraption here that helps you guide this along to the strands that you want to highlight. So we are going to start this. I also have a coloring brush here that I'm going to use if I feel that this little thing doesn't work very well. So I'm going to start with this thing, and they say to section your hair off and to start applying. Now, this stuff is really white. I hope that I do not ruin this wig, but if I do, oh well. And then at the end of all this, after it develops, there is like a toning mask that is used as well. So I am going to attempt to start this. They say to load this little brush up with the product or the lightener, and then just choose the strands that you want to put it on. Yeah, this little brush could take forever, and this could get messy real quick. But I could see how this little brush helps with the way you select what strands to use or that you want highlighted. So this is obviously, I'm doing the bottom section of my hair. This will obviously allow it to blend in with the top. But I'm not so worried about this bottom area. It's more the pieces up by my face and then the hair that is, more visible on the top layer. Wow, this is hard to do with this little brush. So what I might have to do is I might actually have to take this wig off and do this more on a wig stand so that I can kind of see what I'm doing, and so there is not so much mess, because I feel that I can't really select the strands that I want to use because they're getting kind of like jumbled up with all the others. And then I feel not enough product is going on with this little brush as I kind of thought. And it doesn't really seem to be staying on my finger that well. So I think I might stop this video and kind of play around with this on my own to find the best way to do this. And I'll come back on when I am on the top layer, I think. And maybe kind of doing around by my face, so you can see that. Because I don't want to keep you on this video the entire time. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I will be back here momentarily when I get to a place that I can show you what's going on here. Okay? See you soon. Okay, I am back. I have put the coloring on the back side of the wig piece and the different layers. I don't even know if I am getting enough product on these strands, but we'll see. So I am at a point, and you can see where some of it is. What biologing is, it's like a brushing technique where instead of like doing the, uniform highlights in the foils and whatnot, you kind of paint the coloring on and just kind of let it sit. So I have switched gloves to something a little bit more durable. And instead of using that coloring little tool, I went to use the coloring brush. And so I'm just going to continue with this. Now, this is going to be strands that I am going to do up here by my face, because that's where I want some of those more highlighted pieces to be. And see, this is not very easy, because as you're putting the product on, it tends to fall onto other pieces. So, I mean, I've never been particular with my hair coloring, or, oh my gosh, it's got to look a certain way, you know. Even when I was coloring hair and got highlights done, I just never really cared, you know, do whatever. Hairdressers love that, because I was never one that like complained or, oh my gosh, it doesn't look right, or, you know what I mean, you didn't do it right, whatever. I just never cared, you know. Plus, I really never liked highlights in my hair anyway. But and some of me feel, so these are some reusable gloves that I found on Amazon. And they actually seem to be working better than any of the tools. They're a reusable glove. They're textured so that you can actually put the product on the glove and just kind of run it through the strand. And it kind of does what it's supposed to do. You don't have to worry about brushing things in and whatnot. So hopefully this will work. I am going to continue doing this on some of these strands that are closer to my face. You know, and some of the balayage technique is, you know, doing it kind of like halfway down, you know, so there's like a darker root that shows. And so I've been kind of doing that throughout the piece as well. Just kind of doing random strands, thicknesses, up by the root, not, you know, going down further on the hair strand, things like that. So we'll see how this goes. I have to, once this all gets on, I have to let this sit for about 40 or 45 minutes. And yeah, then I'll be back on to kind of tell you, let's see, what does this say? Oh, let it develop between 25 and 45 minutes. You rinse it out. I don't know if you use a shampoo on it or not, but then after that you apply the toning mask throughout your hair. Oh, and then you leave the mask on for like 10 minutes and then you wash that out. So I won't keep you on here the entire time, but you can kind of see what I've done to the strands here. I'm probably about halfway through the color mixture. And that kind of makes sense because I'm not coloring my whole hair and I'm not even coloring the entire strand. So we will see. I will follow up with you when I'm getting ready to rinse this out. See you soon. Okay, I am back and I have washed the coloring developer out of my hair, or the wig here. And yeah, it's really hard to tell. I did go outside to just take a look to see what happened as far as the lightening goes. And it does look like it did lighten. There are some, you know, more platinum streaks through here and some strands. I feel because this was like a brown color anyway, that it might have lifted that and made it more like auburny, or more like of a golden brown. I did also try to go up here around the hairline and the lace to actually lighten the lace. And I feel it did an okay job on that as well. So the next step is to put this Pro Toning Mask on. And they say to do this after you shampoo the product out of your hair and squeeze most of the water out. Now, I know we can't really tell. Oop, I have some developer on my face there. I know we can't really see what the effect is, which I don't know where I want to put this because I can't really tell where the lightest pieces are. So I don't know. I think I'm just going to start putting this on, and this is dark. So it's a toning mask, which I'm sure what is going to happen is it's going to make these lightened pieces not so brassy, and make it more like kind of balayage and blended in to the strands. Plus it's a conditioning mask, so it'll be nice for the hair strand. So I don't know, I'm just gonna kind of run this through my hair. I was gonna let this dry a bit before I started putting this in, but then I thought usually with these masks they work better when the hair is a little bit wet and has a little bit of slip to it. So I'm just going to put this in and see what happens, and then you leave the mask on for 10 minutes and then rinse it out. So we will see how this works. So I will continue to put this in my hair, and then I will come back on after it is rinsed out and dried so that you can see what the true color looks like and how much it lightened this, if at all. I mean, really, at the end of the day, it could have just added some more of the caramel or warm brown highlights, which were already in there, which is fine. You know, if I could get some more of those, I would be happy as well. So I will be back in a little bit here after the wig piece is dried and rinsed from this mask. More to come. Okay, I am back, and this is what the results are after putting on the color depositing mask and rinsing that out and letting this air dry. I did also blow dry this, you know, just to speed up the drying process. So, but it is still kind of wet. You can see it's kind of wet here on the bottom. But I feel that it's getting there. And it might have to wait a few days to see how this truly looks after it dries, because even with the cap on, it's still wet under there. So the fibers and the hair haven't totally dried. But I did pull out some pieces here where you can see that the color lightened. And probably I did not put the depositing mask on that piece, or who knows, maybe I did and this is the result of it. I don't know, but I feel that if I got a bunch of lightening cream on the strands, it definitely lightened more. You can see another one here where right here I probably put on a lot more of the lightening cream, gooped it up there, and let it sit. So the spots where I didn't do that and I kind of brushed it on, they more probably look like this here. I don't know if you can see this with the ring light, but see how that is more of like a auburn rust color maybe. So that's okay as well. That means it did lighten the darker hair, which, to be honest, I don't know how this human hair wig was created. I don't know if it was a lighter brown and they dyed it darker, and so it truly has hair dye on it. And so when you're putting the lightener on, you're decreasing you're kind of taking away that initial coloring. So at this stage, I feel that we have a lot of different colors going on, which I don't care. I mean, I'm totally fine with that. What I do wish is that there were more of this kind of color, up by my face, maybe here. And maybe it will be that way after this dries a bit. See, there are some here. So more to come on this. I feel we're getting there. I might buy another box of this and redo this in a couple weeks. But I will do a short follow-up video to this. Now, actually, what I have on this wig right now, this human hair, is basically a detangling spray, leave-in conditioner / detangling spray to keep the fiber soft. And then I also put in some hair oil, defrizzing hair oil. So that is also what might be having this dry a little bit slower. But I will go outside and show you what this looks like in some natural lighting. And then I will follow up with you maybe in like a week or so, just to show you how this looks, how the color looks after I have some styling product in it, after I've maybe put some curls into this, and we will see what this looks like. That's really cool. Like here, you can see how this is parted off to the side. There are some lighter pieces here in the front. Now, if you flip it this, ooh, wow. Now, if you flip it this way, I don't know that there's that many, but this side has a lot more of that auburn color to it. So maybe I like that too, that, different ways you part it, you're going to have a different effect, which I don't, like I said, I don't care about that. I've never really cared about my hair color because it's like, whatever. But I don't know. See, now maybe I like that. Maybe it turned out okay. I don't know. I don't want to have this video go on much longer. Like I said, I will take some pics outside here in some natural lighting to show you how this looked. And then I will put them in the video next to each other so you can see the difference in the tones. And then I'll follow up with you in a few weeks. So hopefully this information was helpful. This was actually really fun to do, showing you how to actually put some highlights in a human hair wig and lighten that up if you feel it's a little too dark for your liking. So take care, and until next time, bye-bye.